Hi, my name is Trisha Maroju.
My name is David Kim, and this is our Dungeon Escape game.
To begin with, I'm going to explain the classes that we used for the game. Initially, we used the map class, which was the given class that keeps track of NPCs, rooms, the entrance and exit of the dungeon, and it also keeps track of all the actions as they pertain to the map. Next, we have the status class. This keeps track of team status of rooms cleared, number of keys, the sorcerer's anger level as rooms cleared updates, and there's also getters and setters to access and update the variables throughout the game. One object from the status class represents the status for the entire team. Next, we have the player class. This keeps track of each player's fullness, name, if they have armor or not, and includes getters and setters as well. Each object made from the player class represents one singular player. Next, we have the inventory class. This is the whole team's inventory, which includes gold, ingredients, cookware, armor, weapons, treasures, and has getters and setters. Cookware, weapons, and treasures are an array, and one object from the inventory class represents the inventory for the entirety of the team. Next, we have the riddle class. This is used for NPCs when a player comes into contact with them. It holds the riddle and solution so that in the implementation, it's easy to get both. Next, we have the monster class. This represents one monster, which includes name and challenge rating. We also have a monster list class, which represents all monsters because it holds a vector of all of them from the monsters.txt file. This class uses the monster class and can pull a random monster with a specified challenge rating from the vector. Next, we have the game class, and this represents one game just to start setting up. This has one inventory object, one map object, one status object, and 5 player objects, just to get the game set up and ready to go.
Yeah, so for our idea, Trisha and I wanted to have this one game class contain everything that we wanted. So if you look at our driver, we only actually include one class file, which is game.h. Because game.h contains, if you look at it, everything from our inventory, the stats, team map, and other few functions like quit and anger level, which basically just help us manage where we are in the game and helps us end the game if the player ever chooses to quit. So on the bottom here, we have a run through, basically saying that our first player, our main player name is D. Basically, the way our function works was that if we move, it'll use the map class and it'll let me move, right? For this guy, I did not buy anything, so if I chose to fight, I'm basically guaranteed to lose because of the equation given to us by the GitHub. So we lost, your team lost a bottle, and you naturally lose a quarter gold and some ingredients. There's also a chance that one of our members will die from this battle and they'll be slain. So if I choose to give up, for example, then it'll let me quit, and then it'll sort out who's on the leaderboard based on the history.txt file. This basically just has everyone listed in there, and we're just pulling out the top scores, which is this person, which is 822, and next two highs, which were Trisha, which 349, and whatever that is, which had also 349. But if you look at our game class and look at other points, our game class is slightly messy because it contains the majority of what we want to do. We also did other extra credit stuff, for example, alive, which is a resurrection function. It's in the case 2 where if we've cleared 5 rooms and we meet an NPC, we have the opportunity to use this alive function, which if we go down there, it says that I found a tablet saying that I can resurrect a member of a group, and what will this person's name be? And basically, it'll take the player who's dead and change their name out with the new name, and it's reborn. And when you do this function, it basically sets their wholeness back to 50, and they're now a new member of your party. So yeah, that's about it for our project.
Yeah, and we really made sure to personalize the game so that at the end, for example, the person playing the game can give a joke to the sorcerer, and then the sorcerer determines based on our random variable if they like the joke or if they didn't like the joke, and that determines whether the team won or not. So we really tried to make it personal and gave a paragraph as a story to really set the scene and make the game as personable as possible. Thank you.